Hi everyone, how you going? It's Kylie here. I am about to unbox my first ever package from the Tasman Sea Salt Company in Australia. A little bit of a backstory. I do a lot of cooking, as you probably are aware. I'm just trying to be a bit more considerate, conscious about what we eat, what we put in our food. I am by no means perfect at it, and I've got a long way to go, but small baby steps. And this is one of the things that I come across. Unfortunately, my social feed is really well aware that my algorithms are based towards food, Australian made or Australian produced food in particular, and things are a little bit special. So my wallet doesn't like it, but here's another one of the buys because of those algorithms. So when I was growing up, I remember when we first moved to Iluka, we actually lived in a shed, right? So we moved here, my nana and granddad were already here. They had a little shed out the side. We actually came here and lived in a shed till a house was built here in Iluka. And I remember going upstairs a lot with my nan, and back then we didn't have the shops and that in Iluka. There was hardly anybody here. We'd go get jam melons from up the road. There's a guy who used to go shoot like ducks and rabbits and things like that. Yeah, there was a shop, but you had to be a little bit self-sufficient and nothing went to waste. So I remember her using chocos to fill out apple pies, things like that, but nothing went to waste. And I remember she used to be cooking, and beside her she always had this little container, I think it was a ceramic container with like a round hole in it, and it was always full of salt. And I remember her calling that her salt pig. And when you were a little kid, I was 5 years old when I come to Iluka, I remember thinking, oh, salt pig, that's the coolest thing in the world. And she'd be pinching salt. Everything had salt in it, whether it was sweet cakes, pies, whatever she was making. She was continually in this salt pig salting everything. And I think they've gone out of vogue. I don't know. Do you use the salt pig? I haven't seen a salt pig for ages. So that's the backstory as to how I come to get this salt. Yes, I've been stalking the salt for a while, and I know you're thinking it's only salt, but the Tasman Sea Salt Company is actually Australian salt. Now, according to their website, I'll just read it out for you. And look, this is the hook that gets me all the time. I'm a sucker for it. Tasman Sea Salt, they're pure sea salt flakes sustainably harvested from the pristine oceans of Tasmania. Now, we've been to Tasmania. It is absolutely amazing. It is beautiful, it is unspoilt, and it really is pristine. If you ever get the chance to go to Tasmania in Australia, do it. It is amazing. We harvest sea salt from the pristine Tasmanian Ocean through a process that puts the environment first. Our pure sea salt flakes are naturally rich in minerals and nutrients that will enhance your flavour experience every time you cook. Now, when they put that hook in front of me, sucker, gone, sold. Okay, so this is what I got from them. All right. So I just got the plain salt, the plain sea salt. They actually have flavoured salt flakes. I think they've got, I think there was a smoked one, a pepperberry, I think, which is like an Australian native thing. And I think they had like some sort of seaweed flavoured salt. I just went for the plain salt. So check it out. I can't wait to use this actually. I'm quite excited. As I said, I'm not salt. So quite a big bag. You can get smaller bags if you want to. Okay, so they are the natural sea salt flakes that I can't wait to use in all my cooking. Okay. I'm reading all the reviews on the website, and everyone says the same thing. You wouldn't realise how much extra flavour you get out of this salt. So, I've been stalking their site for a long time, right? So, it's been coming up on my feed forever. What sealed the deal for me is, in one of their posts, they actually had a special where you didn't just get your sea salt flakes. You could also buy a salt pig. Yes, a salt pig. And this salt pig that they have happens to be in the form of a seashell. And that, my friends, if you've been watching my videos on my renovation and things like that, you will know that this is absolutely perfect for my home. This is a handmade piece of pottery from a potter in Tasmania. So the thing Tasmanians do well, I noticed when I went to Tasmania, was they are really big on locally sourced and locally grown and locally made products. Okay, if you go to a Tasmanian restaurant, everything like your steaks, your relishes, everything there has been made or produced in Tasmania. They're very clever. They've got beautiful product. Everyone takes a lot of pride in what they make. So it's only makes sense that the Tasmanian Sea Salt Company have these salt pigs that they've actually been handmade from a potter in Tasmania. So that is going to sit on my bench, and that is going to be my salt pig. And I'm so excited. I can still picture my nan salting everything from her salt pig, and I'm going to be doing the same thing with mine. I'm so excited. So I'll set it up after, and I'll take some photos and I'll see what it looks like. At the moment, I still use Australian salt, so you can get, look, it's not as cheap as normal salt. Obviously, you buy that sort of product, you're not paying normal supermarket price products. You can still get a Mackenzie's Australian sea salt. That's what I've been using before. This is just like a normal sea salt. Okay, so that's fine. So if you're still looking for an Australian option that's a bit cheaper, Mackenzie's put out an Australian natural sea salt, and that is a product of Australia. I just want to try that one because it just sounds super special. Everyone goes on about the flavour, and let's face it, they did have a salt pig. All right, so that is my purchase from the Tasman Sea Salt Company, and I am super excited to start using it. All right, guys, catch you later. Bye.